I'm Connie Halporn. I'm a judoka, a photographer, a videographer, a wife. And this is my husband, Frank, who is also a 5th degree in judo. We're both USA Judo certified coaches and instructors.
It's one of the things we share more than anything else.
I started judo when I entered junior high school. My mother was a dancer and a choreographer and encouraged me always to be active. When I was 13, she noticed that my hips were offset. So she brought me to an orthopedist that had been recommended, who promptly told my mother, well, she shouldn't do anything because she has scoliosis. My mother, having taught dance for many, many years, totally ignored him.
Her mother has a scoliosis, and
my father had
your father had this. It was something like, oh yeah, you know, everybody in the family has a twisted back, which is why the Christmas tree has to be twisted.
Good point. Everything has to be cockeyed. 2004 is when I first met Evan Johnson. Even though he was a spine specialist, we did start out with him helping me rehab my shoulder, which was mostly an overuse injury from years of being a photographer and videographer and carrying equipment on my left side. The interesting thing is the judo was probably what kept it from getting significantly worse. I had turned 50, and I had to have my bone density exam. I looked at the images, and the spine didn't look right to me. So I brought the papers to my PT visit, and Dr. Johnson took a look at it, and the man who's normally cracking jokes got very serious and said, do you mind if I show these to Dr. Angevine? I had a full back x-ray, and my spine was going sideways in a totally different place from where my original scoliosis was. Surgery was the last thing on my mind when I met with Dr. Angevine. He's a physician first. He doesn't walk into you with a scalpel in his hand. And he was terrific, but he said to me, until we get the MRI, you shouldn't be doing anything. And I will say I was scared out of my mind. What was terrifying was the thought of maybe having to give up judo. Dr. Angevine said that I was proof that you never diagnose an x-ray, you diagnose a patient. Because based on what the film showed, I shouldn't have been able to do what I was doing. He said, go ahead, do what you want, and every year we'll get a new x-ray and continue physical therapy. The first 3 years, dutifully went and got my film, and at the 4th year he said, well, you know what? Nothing's changed. So come back when it hurts. The plan I have, which is the plan that Dr. Angevine has, is I'm not going on the operating table. That's the plan, we're gonna stick to it. One of the things I appreciate about the Columbia Presbyterian Spine Center is the integrative approach between the physicians and the physical therapists. They work together, they are at each other's beck and call. I haven't needed to go back to Dr. Angevine, but he's right there if I need him.